I guess you're probably looking at this right now and you're wondering what exactly is going on. Yes, I see 100, I see 139.31, I see plus 39, I see closed, I see touch, I also see volatility 75 index. But then what is really going on? Alright, I can also see a US flag and I can see something that looks like 142.37 USD. Okay, I guess that's the balance. Alright, if you're wondering what you're looking at right now, you are looking at the contract details of a trade that I placed on Volatility 75 index using the touch no touch market. Now, what does that mean? Okay, I'm going to click on view more here and let's see what it's saying. It says trade info, win payout if volatility 75 index touches entry spot plus 500.0000 through 45 minutes after contract time. And I'm going to say okay. So what does that mean? All right, let's analyze it. You can look at this chart. While you're looking at this chart, what can you see? You can see this red point here. The red point indicates, or the red circle rather, indicates the entry point of the trade. Now, when I took this trade, volatility 75 index was at the price point of 199,776.7882, and I took this trade and also created a barrier. Now you are wondering what's a barrier. Don't worry, I'll explain. Now if you look over here, you're going to see a blue line. Okay, now the blue line is the barrier. And what does the barrier indicate? It indicates plus 500. Now what is plus 500? I'm going to explain that. Now plus 500 is what I speculated that the price point was going to hit, or the price point was going to strike in order for me to get a profit. Now you can either choose a positive or a negative price point, but then I chose a positive price point. Why did I choose a positive barrier? Sorry to say, I chose a positive barrier because I had looked at the market structure from my MT5 platform, and I could see that the price was going back up. It had hit a low and it was going back up. So I decided to take that trade. Now let's go back to this point. And I guess you're wondering where this point is. This particular window you're seeing here is on the Deriv trading platform. Now, for you to get to this point, you have to click on the link in the description where it says sign up, and you can sign up and create an account. Okay, when you create an account, you might have a demo account to practice with, but you can also deposit funds into your account. But let's forget about all that. Maybe you already have an account, or you don't have an account yet, or you just creating an account using the link in my description, which I'm gonna really love you to do. Okay, so what next? I'm gonna close this now. Okay, wait, I know you are still wondering what this is all about. Yes, now this was just a trade I took using a stake of $100, okay, and indicating that the price point was going to strike a barrier of plus 500, which is this blue line that you see there. So from the start point to this point in time, it touched that, and that's green there shows that yes, profit was made. So $100 made me $39, and the trade closed automatically. So now if you're still watching this video right now, I'm going to explain how to get here. So I'm going to just click the X here, and it's going to take us back to this point, but just for trading purposes, so I don't mistakenly click on another trade, I'm going to take this back. I'm going to reset my stake back to 1. or maybe I might just switch it to a demo account so you understand better. All right, I'm gonna switch to a demo account. Okay, so I'm gonna click here and say demo. It's gonna make sense because I'll be applying or setting up trades just so you get the gist. So a demo account gives you 10,000 USD. Right now, let's understand what this window is all about. Now, the first three lines at the top here gives you the menu. It shows you that this is the Deriv trader. It shows you a trader's hub. It shows you trade, reports, account setting, cashier. You can switch from either dark theme or to lighter theme. That's if you want the screen to be brighter. You have the help, but then all these menus do not concern us. What we are concerned about is to be on the Deriv trader. So you can see right here that we have the Deriv trader, Deriv bot, smart trader, and the binary bot. We just want to be on the Deriv trader. Okay, so we go back in, and now how do we get here? After the three lines, we have another stuff that looks like a briefcase. Now that point is where it shows us the report or the recent positions that are being opened. Right now it says you have no open positions for this asset. To view other open positions, please, click go to reports. All right, so we have no open positions. Okay, now the next that it shows is the bell. We don't need that bell, just for notifications. Then the balance. Now we switched over to a demo account, so that's why it's no longer showing the US flag it was showing before, but rather it's showing the D, so it signifies demo. This is for trading purposes, please. Now I mean for educational purposes. Sorry, it's you can see right now it's 1:55 a.m. as I'm making this video. Now the next point you can see here is this point that says volatility 75 index. You click on it, then you see a whole list of synthetic indices. Now at the top here it says synthetics, and the next one says continuous indices. You click on that when you click on that small I, it shows you an explanation of what Deriv indices are. Now it says that Deriv indices, you trade on asset prices derived from simulated markets. Now what's the word? Simulated markets. Manage your exposure. You can see there, simulated markets. So you manage your exposure by selecting the volatility level to suit your trading appetite. Now you're wondering, what's a simulated market? Okay, we have a Google search down there that's trying to give us answers. Now let's click there and see what it says. Okay, what's the meaning of market simulation? A stock market simulation is a computer software that reproduces behavior and features of a stock market. Now, what we are trading is not a stock market, but then it is similar to what a stock market looks like or stock market trading looks like. Anyway, this is computer generated. The Deriv indices are computer generated. That's why it's under the synthetic indices, and there are a whole lot of them. Okay, now let's scroll over here and we can see something. Now look at this point here. What does it tell you? It says under options or synthetic trades available on Deriv. It says options. Options trading allows for a range of payouts from correctly predicting market movements without needing to buy an underlying asset. If you go down, you can still see that option trades are available on synthetics. Now there are different kinds of markets. Okay, we have the up down. Under the up down, we have the rise fall, higher or lower, end, between, ends, outside. This is under the in and out. And we also have the digits. Now we are not going to use any of this. We are just going to go down and talk about the touch no touch. Now the touch no touch says this. It says predict whether the market will touch or not touch a target at any time during the contract period. And what does that mean? Now this explains what I showed you when you first opened the video. Touch, no touch. Predict whether the market will touch or not touch a target at any time during the contract period. So let's close this and go back. At least now we understand it. Now looking at this now, we have different synthetics. We have volatility 10 1S index. We have volatility 10 index. We have the 25, we have the 25 1S, and a whole lot more, down to boom, crash, daily resets, jump indices, step index, and all. But now we are going to just pick one. You can pick any of this, any of them, okay, under the synthetics, but I'll prefer to just go with the 75. Now, while we are on 75, we can see, we can pinch to zoom in or zoom out. Looking at this chart right now, if you notice, you see a symbol down here that shows 10M. It's just here, 10M. I just clicked on it, just above learn about this trade type. You see 10M now. What that 10M signifies is that it's 10 minutes chart. That's a 10 minutes chart. So each candle here represents 10 minutes on the chart. So you can click on this and switch it over to any time frame that is okay by you. You can choose it 1 minute. You can also change the charts to area. You can see what it looks like now. It's no longer in candlestick form. You can also switch it to hollow. See what it looks like. So the candles that are going upwards are green. The candles that are trying to go down are red. I'm going to switch it back to candle. Okay, if you are still watching this video right now, I encourage you to like this video. Let's beat the YouTube algorithm and like this video and share if you can. All right, now what are we going to do now? We're going to look at what kind of trade we want to execute. Right now you can see it says touch, no touch, because that's what we want. If you click on this, it's going to show you a window that shows different kinds of trades. You can see accumulator, vanilla, turbos, multipliers, up and downs, highs and lows, and under that, that's where we have the touch, no touch. Why I said this is because, or why I took this very slowly is because you could just come on this and maybe it is set to rise and fall, because most times that's the default. It's usually here, okay? But on this video, I'm talking about the touch, no touch. I keep emphasizing on this because I like the trade. Now, to set the barrier, you can either click on the barrier there. Just click on the barrier just under the touch, no touch. Then you see it says current price. The current price is 200,000. 64, and it keeps changing. Now the barrier, now you can set the barrier. It has already given us a default, which is 247.4730. So you can see right now that it says plus. So let's go back to the chart. Now if you look at the chart, you see two colors here by the price line. There's one that is red and the other one is blue. Now the red one, this red one here, shows the current price, while the blue one shows the marker or the line where the barrier is going to be if it's on the plus side. Now if you want to change this to the negative, like you want to predict that it's going to come down, all you have to do is click on here, that's the barrier, and you click that side where the plus sign is, you just change it to minus. Okay, and look at it now. You can see that the barrier now shows that it's under. So what are we going to do now? What this means now is that if we take a trade and say touch, would be expected that the price will strike the barrier for us to make a profit. Now, before we even go into taking our first trade in this training, I'll still like to show you one more thing or a couple of things under the barrier. Now, under the barrier, you can see something. Here it says 45 minutes, okay? And it also has stake here where it says 1 USD. Now, there's points you can click here and set the duration of the trade. Now, the duration of the trade is the time that it's going to take for the price to get to the barrier, whether it gets before the time expires or it gets to the barrier towards the end of the time, or it doesn't even hit the barrier around the time that we set. All what matters is what time we set. Now, whatever time we set here is the time that the trade is going to take. Now, on default, you can see that under the minutes tab, it says the range is 2 minutes to 1440 minutes. We also have ticks here. If we select ticks, we'll be able to select that the price point is going to strike the barrier within a couple of ticks. Now let's make an example. Let's see how that works. Now, before then, I'd like to show you that just by the side of the duration is also the amount tab. Now, on the amount tab, you can either use stake or you can use payout. Now, when you say stake, that means that you are just going to put in the figure that you want to stake. Okay? You're going to put in the figure that you want to stake. But if you click on payout, you have to put in the figure that you plan to get at the end of the trade. Now let's see how that works. Now you see with trade it doesn't change, but with payouts, when we leave it at 1, it's going to now calculate the stake that is required to make $1. I'm connecting to server. Let's wait. So now let's switch it to payout so you see what I'm saying. So with $1 set there and I say okay on that payouts, it's going to tell us the stake that is required to make $1 under the current circumstance. Okay, so right now it's saying that if we take this trade for 45 minutes, that we'll have to stake 0.87 USD to get a whole payout of $1. So that's to say that the profit will now be around 13 cents. Okay, so now that's because the time is really far. If we make the timing a little bit lower, let's say we take it to the minimum, which is 2 minutes, see what's going to happen. You can see now that the stake down here is showing that we are going to have to just take 0.37 to make $1, which is to say that our profit, if we take this trade, will be 63 cents. That is under the same condition. But then if you notice, it looks like it's a little bit more risky. Now, to reduce your risk, you can choose to reduce the barrier. The barrier doesn't mean that it is static. You can actually change it. Now you can change this barrier to even something like 100. Okay, and then it's going to recalculate. All it has to do now is to move 100 pips up or down for you to make a profit. Now we cancel this barrier and see what it looks like now. Now you can see that if we initiate a trade now with the payout, not stake, with the payout option, you can see that the stake required is going to be 0.69 USD. So now, enough of all the talking. We have been able to understand a few things. Now, before we take our first trade, let us do a quick recap. Now, from this point, we can see at the top that from where it is written Volatility 75 index, when we click there, we can choose any of the instruments that I want to trade. But then, for this purpose of this video, we are using 75 index. You can also click on the star there just to make it one of your favorites, okay? And what that does is that when you go back up, you scroll up, you can see under favorites, so you can easily access. Just say, let's say this is closed, you can easily access what you want to access over there. And then you click on it and it opens Vola. So now, besides that, remember that this point here shows us chart type and also changes the time intervals of the chart. That's to say we can make this chart 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours, 1 day. All these are different ways to change it. We can also change this now. Let's just look at how this chart is going to look like under the 5 minutes. Now, under the 5-minute time frame, this is what the chart looks like. And the chart looks like it wants to go down again. So what are we going to do? Let's say we want to take our first trade. We can click this and change this to minus, okay? Change it to minus. Yes. I'm going to change this payout now. I'm going to say that we want to make $100. Okay, I want our payouts to be $100 when we take our trade. What else am I going to do? I'm looking at it now, and with this trade setup, if it touches the barrier within 2 minutes, if it touches the barrier of minus 100 within 2 minutes, we are going to make a profit. So let's go. Let's take our first trade. This is for educational purposes, please. So I've initiated the trade. What did you notice there? Something just went by, and that gave us a notification. And if you also notice too, at the top here we have this briefcase showing 1. That 1 means that something is going on right here. We can click on it and look at the present positions. We can also click on it to see it further. Okay, now I took that trade not because I'm trying to tell you the strategy of how to take the trade. I just wanted to show you what it's going to look like. Now remember that the payout was 100. Now if you look at this, it says potential payout 100.00. If you also look here, it says the stake is 68.66. That's to say that the stake that it took to place this trade for a potential payout of $100 is 68.66. Now it is also showing us our total profit stroke loss, which is showing here just under USD, and it's also showing us the contract value. Now the contract value is what will remain, or what is remaining from the active trade. That's when you take away the profits, whether it's a profit or a loss, that is what is going to remain. Now at the end here we have the time. Now you can see this yellow, like this clock here, over here. It shows that we have about 30 seconds left in this trade, and it's going to keep counting down, and that's how it is. While on this page here, it's showing us the tick movement, the tick movement of the trade. Now you can see it says resell not offered. If you notice from the beginning of the trade, it said resell not offered. This is because on the touch no touch, you cannot resell once it's less than 2 minutes, or when it's 2 minutes left. Okay, I'm going to touch that again. I'm going to explain that. Now you can see this page, this trade was lost. Okay, that's why it's closed at a loss, and it says minus 68.66. Remember that this trade was for 2 minutes. If we click up here at that view more, it says you win a payout if volatility 75 index touches entry spot minus 100.000 through 2 minutes after contract start time. Now it says it clearly that this trade was to last for 2 minutes, and within that 2 minutes it was expected that the price touches the barrier of minus 100 from the start price, or the start point of the market, and it didn't touch it, so that's why it was a loss. Now let's now take another trade and change the time. Okay, now I'm going to change this time to 5 minutes. I'll click there, change it to 5 minutes. Okay, and now let's see something. It has adjusted. Now it's not just that you can trade the touch, you can also trade on the no touch. So if you feel that that barrier is not going to be hit within that time frame, you can also specify it, and when you specify it in this manner, the stake will reduce. So the stake for a no touch is 21.94, while the stake for touch is 80. You can see it's all indicated down here. And then what I want us to do right now is to see whether it is possible for us to close or sell a trade before it hits the barrier. How do we do that? Now let's switch this over, because the market, it looks as if it's going up. Let's switch it over to a plus sign, and let's make it, let's say 200, just to show you something. Now you can see the barrier is at the top. I want us to show I want us to see how you can sell the market, like you can sell the trade before the end of the expiry period. Now all you have to do now, since it's already on 5 minutes, that's to say that we have 3 minutes before we can sell the trade. Now let's click on stake. That's it. Touch the green button here, and I've just clicked on it. Now it says trade opened. Okay, so now we can see that the trade has been opened. The first flag here under here shows the start point. I'm going to adjust this to 1 minute so you can see it in clear view. So the starting of this shows, this point here shows that this is where the start point is. Okay, and it is expected that the trade will end when it gets to this flag here. Now what are we doing now? We can see that the trade is active, and we can see that the stuff is changing. The values of the profit is changing. This thing that you can see over here, this price, you can see this -12, -18, that is the profit or the loss on the trade actively. Now to see more of it, we can click that briefcase over there that shows one to see our recent positions. Okay, this is the active trade. This one has been closed already. We can click here to see how the market is moving. Now right now we can see that the profit is dwindling. We are presently in a loss, but right now we can also see that the sell button is active. That's to say that we can sell this trade and just take the loss like that if we want to manage our losses. Okay, we can also allow it to get into profit. Let's say for it to get into profit, the price points has to be above the start price, because we said that the barrier, remember the barrier is plus 200. Okay, so now let's say we want to save ourselves some of this money instead of spending it all. Let's just say that we feel that this trade is gonna end as a loss, and let's say we want to just save some instead of exhausting the whole stake. What we can do is to easily just click sell, and you have to click sell before it gets to 2 minutes, because once it says 2 minutes, it's going to tell you that resale not offered. Now let's watch that happen. Okay, let's watch that happen together. Right now it's already been counting from the 5 minutes point, and the time here now shows that we have 2 minutes 33 seconds left. Now you can see it's now showing yellow, meaning that the time is about to expire. That means we have about 30 seconds left. Right now 22 seconds left before we can sell. If we do not sell before then, we will not be able to sell again till the trade expires. But let's see that happen together. Okay, let's see that happen together. Remember that this video is for training purposes, it's for educational purpose. We are not actually trading right now. We are just trying to understand how it works. Now you can see it says resell not offered, because it 2 minutes left. We have only 2 minutes left, that's why. But then the trade is going towards a profit. The trade is going towards a profit. Watch that. We are almost there at the barrier, and we just hit the barrier, so a profit has been made and the trade closed automatically. Now you can see that this window is looking almost the same way that the first 2 or 3 minutes of this video was looking. We are in profit. Now how much profit was made? 35.62. The contract value was 100. The potential payout 100. The stake was 64.38. So that's it. It didn't even get to the 5 minutes, but then the trade expired within 4 minutes, I guess. Okay, so now you can see how easy it can be. Not that easy, but then when you click on this arrow up, the arrow now shows us everything in details. It shows the ID number of the buy trade, it shows the ID number of the sell trade. Now why it's showing buy and sell is that when it initiated, why it's showing 2 ID reference IDs, that when it initiated the trade, it gave an ID, and when it closed the trade, that was another position that was taken. Okay, so whenever you buy, in order to sell, in order to close, it has to sell. Whenever you sell, when you close, it has to buy. But in this case, because we chose the positive, that's why it bought. Okay, now remember the duration for that trade was 5 minutes. Now the barrier is stated, the start time was stated, the entry spot is also stated here, and the exit spot was also stated here. Now the exit time too is stated, so everything is well documented. If you've enjoyed these videos thus far, you can just show me some love by clicking the like button or dropping a comment. All right, this is how far I'll go for this video. In the next video, or if I see that there is a little bit momentum or good viewership on this video, I'm going to teach you how to strategically trade and make profits from this particular trading method on the Deriv platform. Remember, if you want to create an account, all you have to do is to go to the description and click on the link there. It's going to say sign up. You see the broker I use, you click on the link there and you create an account. For you to also fund your account is really easy. If you are in Nigeria, for instance, you can actually just click here, go to the wheel. You forget, make sure you're not on demo, make sure you're on the real account. Okay, so if you want to deposit, all you have to do is very easy. You can easily just click here, you go to the cashier. Okay, you click on deposit. Now you can either use cryptocurrencies or you can use your card, e-wallet and all that. An easy way for you to deposit anyway, if you have a card, is to just click here, deposit via bank wire, credit card and e-wallet. Now this is applicable to one in any country. Whatever country that you are in, this might be showing up, or whatever is available for you to deposit to be showing up here. Okay, and all of them show. You can see different methods of depositing, Skrill and the rest of them. You can see Infinity, Net Teller is there, online error. If you're in Nigeria, you can easily use this online bank transfer down here. This is instant. It gives you the price, you pay into the account in Naira. Okay, you pay into the account in Naira and they credit you. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much. If I see a good momentum on this video, I'm gonna show you how I trade to make profits using the touch no touch. You don't believe I actually make profit on touch no touch? Well, you've seen my previous videos. I shouldn't have even said that because I want to end the video. I would have shown you some of my reports. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to just keep your mind, keep yourself, be focused in all you do, and I believe you make some profits trading on the Deriv platform. Thank you for watching. Bye for now. Remember to smash that like button, remember to subscribe, remember to share, and drop your questions in the comments if you have any. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.